Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I recently found out that there is a really big thrift store, as in the biggest thrift store in Denmark, about 2 hours away. So I rented a hybrid and I called one of my very good friends that I know appreciate secondhand shopping and thrifting just as much as I do, and we're gonna go and check it out. So, are you decent?
Nope.
You're not decent.
Not at all.
Ah!
I'm decent now.
If you remember, Søren, we went to Germany together and we're gonna go on another adventure. Whenever I go thrifting, I always have thrift lists so I know what to look for, and then I have don't buy any more of this lists because I always end up buying the same stuff that I find.
You have a lot of crap.
This is the apartment of crap. You also have a thrift list.
I made list.
Okay, so on my list it says good cutlery. What do you have?
Number one is a suit. Power suits.
Just suits. Just suits that fit really well.
Yeah.
It's just so lovely. So definitely have that on my list.
Press folds.
Bougie plates.
Oh yeah. I get it. One of the things I have that I don't need to buy, but I kind of want to buy, and I kind of need, but don't need, but kind of want.
What's that?
Books.
Just books? You don't need any more books.
No, I don't need any more books.
I can't say anything.
Books.
I have art books on mine.
Yeah.
I don't need any more art books.
No.
Like, here we go. Frames. Just...
Oh yeah. Picture frames.
Picture frames.
Just in general.
And I also have nudie art for my bathroom because
it's, booby art.
It's booby and penis themed. So we're just gonna go all kinds of nudie art. So if I find some nudie art, it's going in there.
Speaking of nudies, sunnies.
No.
Yes.
Sunglasses.
Yes.
It's on my... I can't buy any more of this. But we will be looking for sunglasses for you then. I have vintage towels. Patterned, colored vintage towels. They look so nice. So I'm always picking those up when I see them.
I just wrote silver.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In jewelry or in cutlery or in something tableware decorated. I'm an 80-year-old woman inside.
So you're an expensive 80-year-old woman.
Yeah, my spirit animal is Mrs. Hyacinth Bouquet.
Bucket.
Bouquet.
The disrespect.
The disrespect.
And then I just wrote belts and skirts that fit. But you have belts?
Belts.
Right, good belts.
Good belts,
Good belts. Oh, and a metal chair. Specific. Then I don't need to buy any more of this list. That includes skirts that don't fit me right. Because I always end up picking up things because, oh, this is going to fit me.
Or I'm going to take this to the tailors and get it to fit.
Exactly, and I'm just not gonna do that. I know I'm not gonna do that, so only skirts that fit me. Controversial. I also wrote I don't need to buy any more shoes, and I also don't need to buy any more glassware. I have the glass I have. Oh, and then I wrote I don't need to buy any more rugs. I'm looking directly at 4
I would say
rugs.
7 rugs.
So I don't need to buy any more rugs, but I might be tempted anyway. But this is sort of my way of manifesting restraint. So whenever I see stuff I like on that category, I'll go, stop.
Right there. Thank
you very much.
Copyright.
I need somebody with a human touch. Okay, we're gonna go now. Always sunglasses on, even when it's not sunny.
But I don't want to look like an idiot.
Oh, but I look like an idiot all the time.
You sure do. You sure do.
You sure do, honey.
You sure do.
We have our car.
Yes!
This is the only car I rent on Go More. Every time I have to leave the city in a way where public transportation is just gonna be impossible or really, really bothersome, I rent this car from a guy named Dan.
We love Dan!
And we are gonna go to the biggest thrift store in the country.
It's big, y'all.
In Denmark.
In Denmark.
I don't know if that's technically true, but it's...
I think it is. I think
big.
they market themselves on being the biggest one in this country, yes.
Okay, let's go!
2 Horsens!
2 Horsens! Inside voices! Okay,
Horsens.
I need to remember how to drive.
Inside voices.
Yeah,
Ben.
We have arrived in Horsens. Definitely, you put the whore in Horsens.
Girl!
But we are currently on a parking lot where there are 2 big thrift stores right next to each other, and then on the other side of the street there's also one. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I was so scared they would be closed, even though we did look up online before going, but...
That would be very us.
It would be us to drive 2 hours to a closed thrift store.
For nothing. I think it's very brave of you to film us eating bananas.
I'm breaking it up in parts, can you tell?
I don't know what to do with this little unedible
You
piece
eat
of
it.
poison. No, you
eat
do
it.
not eat the tip.
I'll eat it.
I'm all for environmentalism and stuff, but like eating poison, no.
I'll get you to eat the peel.
I do a lot of things for you.
Those are two things you
I do a lot of things for you. Our friendship has meant a lot of
But I won't
sacrifices.
do that.
So big. What we're gonna do, just take it from one end and work
so.
our way through it. By finding this huge ashtray, but it would be great to hold salt. Just a little sprinkle. I like that they color coordinate everything. So you have orange stuff here, then you have red things, you have purple things. Always love some stoned things. Found good spoons. Like the, are they good?
I like them.
One? We're getting two.
How about if I'm that little devil on your shoulder saying, get all the spoons?
I want everything to be different. I want different types of cutlery. So
I know
it's
you're
never
that
the
kind of
same.
bitch, yeah.
Yeah. It's not generally very difficult, I feel like. There's so many ugly ones and just very few nice ones, but we just found something that's really good. Right? I mean, obviously not for my small apartment, but this is perfection. For very, very, very small ice creams. I have these ones actually in like a proper size, but this is very delightful. I love these colors. It's marble. Oh yeah, it's very scratched up, but it's lived a life.
It's lived a life.
But it's nice. Sort of like a little serving platter.
Maybe for bread?
I feel like pillows should be under rugs. I don't need any more rugs and I don't need any more pillows, but look at this. So crafty.
Camels in flight.
It's so dusty though, and it's also broken, so we don't need this, but it's nice.
Yeah. I don't want to be the initiator of ugly pillows, but I did find one, and I couldn't help but think,
Of me.
maybe you would like this.
We have towels, and Søren likes his bathroom to look like a spa, where everything is white, and I love to collect vintage towels like this.
It's like €1.50.
It goes in the basket. It's really nice. It's really big though.
It's really big.
But I love the frame, and I also really, really love the actual painting of it, which doesn't happen a lot when it comes to thrifted stuff.
In my home, I have a couple of like inherited pictures like this in these big golden frames. So I really have to be careful that my house doesn't look like an old folks' home.
Oh, but you can turn your home into a museum.
That is true.
That's just an old folks' home with style. Times like these that I have to remember that rugs were on my no-buy list for a reason. But this is really cool.
Buy the rug. Buy the rug.
I'm not buying the rug. I'm not buying the rug.
Buy the rug.
I'm not buying the rug. Some really cool cabinets. Like, we're not gonna bring any of these home, but I really, really like this one. And Søren really likes this one.
Because of the details of the woodwork.
Like, he's an architect and you can tell. Not really bringing any huge furniture home. They're playing Mamma Mia? They're not playing Mamma Mia anymore.
No, they're sure not.
This is giving castle. What on earth are these?
Next up, she's serving brunch this evening. Okay.
Oversized, like crazy.
But no, it's not too bad.
We're in the second thrift store now, and this is equally massive. We did get a lot of things in the other thrift store. It's currently out in the car, and the second store, one to go. You found something?
I found something. It's a little Elva Alto vase.
It's very good.
It's very good.
We love it.
I love it.
I am currently tempted by glassware. Am I completely sticking to my plan of the no-buy list? Not 100%. Super speed.
When you want to eat real fast.
This is one of my favorite parts of any thrift store. It's all the kitchen utensils, the cutlery, and you can really find some amazing quality kitchen utensils here. So we're just looking at cool things, and this was what happens. This is very, very nice. I turn it over. Bam. Jump scare. Do you feel cheated?
I feel defeated.
What is this? What a life hack. What a sleigh.
What a life hack.
Effortless.
no one would know.
Just a criminal novel entitled The Vegan. Scary. Scary stuff. We're about to head home to Aalborg soon. When we get there, it'll probably be dark. I'll show you guys what I got later. I thought you might wanted to show what you got.
So hey you guys, it's me. I just want to share guys what I've been up to today.
I do not appreciate this.
I got 6 of these. They're really good for like dips and stuff. I also got these.
Silver.
Silver.
Which was on your list.
Which was on my list.
And you got it.
And I got it. And then I also got the find of the day. Finnish designer Alva Aalto, very famous in the architect community. Very famous little vase.
It fits in very well with the rest of your interior.
It sure does, because I have 2 of them already. And then I also got a book. Overall personality, I'm a very big fan of hers.
She signed it.
She signed it, which I am very much excited for.
We say thank you to Hella.
We say very thank you to Hella.
We're living in a Delulu world if Hella Juve is watching my YouTube channel.
Why wouldn't she? Marble slate with handles. And I thought it would be very nice to have in the kitchen.
Yeah.
To have like maybe spices or maybe oils or maybe even some bread and stuff on.
Good finds.
Good finds.
Does it reflect 4 hours of thrifting?
Maybe not. Maybe not, because I got the majority in the first job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We did see a lot of really, really amazing stuff, but
We did.
we have a mantra, a saying, a slogan. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. There's a lot of stuff that's nice to have, but you don't need it. Evil tongues would say you don't need any of these things,
But good tongues would say yes.
but yeah, we saw a lot of beautiful, beautiful things that we did not
Sure
get.
did. Weirdly expensive things.
Weirdly expensive things. I'm kind of sad we didn't see a lot of good clothes, even though
No.
the first thrift store was booming with clothes. But
Yeah.
it was it was giving poly cotton blend. It's a long way back, but thank you so much for joining me thrifting.
It was my idea.
It's your idea. Yeah,
I had such a fun time.
that's amazing.
I always have a fun time.
Hey! Hello guys, it's the next day. I'm really excited to show you. However, I also got a few things that was technically on my no-buy list. However, exceptions can be made. But sometimes it just ends up like a manifestation of the stuff that I want but don't need, but we get because it's too good. The majority of the stuff that I got is home decor related, which I'm very excited about. I recently, and as in recently, it was last week, I went thrifting and I also filmed a video about it, but that's not up yet. So this is confusing. And I basically just got clothes, but just know that this happened after. I don't know. Okay, first thing that I got, a wood block for €2. When I got home, I realized that not all my knives fit in here, but I am about to acquire a few new kitchen knives very soon for a collaboration, which I'm very excited about. And I have a magnetic wood block currently for my knives, but it only holds the things that I have. So I thought I wanted to get an additional thing to place somewhere else in the kitchen. I also got some cutlery, which was on my list, so I'm very happy that I got this cutlery. This is the spoon. And this is the fork. I like when cutlery is design-wise interesting and not what you typically see. So I really, really appreciate this. I think it has a particular shape that I find very satisfying, and I know people are very particular with cutlery sometimes. I like things to be many different shapes, many different sizes, and it's just chaos in my house, really, when it comes to this sort of stuff. I got a fancy plate. I wanted a fancy plate, I got a fancy plate. Very, very excited for this. This is so elegant, but I love the little pedestal for it. It's very, very nice. And I got this for €1.50, which is a very decent price. It doesn't say anything on the bottom, so I don't know if this is H&M Home or if something made this from scratch. But either way, I don't really care so much about supporting companies that I would otherwise never give my money in a million years if I buy things from thrift stores, because the money is not going to them. I did say that I didn't want to get glassware because I definitely have enough glassware. It's just there's one specific, actually there are two types of things. Whenever I see green glass, I get tempted because I have my little collection. I'm a little hobbit when it comes to this sort of stuff. It's just, then triangular cone-shaped glassware just gets me as well, because I feel like Cersei Lannister when I drink from this stuff, and I got this, okay? So this is perfection, and I paid €1 for that glass. Now I think for the most random find of the day, I got this little brass hook with a frog on it. I paid €1 for this, and it's brass, it's lovely, it has a frog, I am sold. I also got another thing on my list, and it was a frame. A really nice frame, a professional frame, it seems. A professionally made frame, it seems. I'm not going to keep what is in the frame. We're going to find one of my drawings to put in it together, but we're going to do that in a second. I also had good, cool vintage towels on my list. And guess what? This qualifies as a good vintage towel. Now, before we move into the fashion related bits, because I did get a few things there, I wanted to show you the last thing. I paid €2 for this. It was a thrift store. I think we were okay. In my recent Amazon must-haves that are stupid and useless video, I did say a lot of stuff. One of the things that I said was that spiralizers are a thing from hell. And I definitely think spiralizers is something you use a couple of times and then it collects dust in the back of your cupboard. At least that would be what I would do with it. But then I saw this for €2. This is a vintage spiralizer, and the thing is, it has the spiralizer stuff. Like, it has the little one that makes like big spirals, and it has one that makes small spirals. Smart storage. But the reason why I got this was not because of the spiralizer abilities. It's because the one that's in now, this one, is not a spiralizer. It just makes a sheet of whatever you're peeling. And I could really use that because I've been wanting to do something with potatoes, with apples. You can have like a whole sheet of that stuff, and that could be really, really cool. It does look like I said spiralizers are shit and then I went out and got one. I would never get something like this if it wasn't €2 in a thrift store. And perhaps I should see if I can find a way of using spiralized greens in a cool way. So all of us that have spiralizers can use it for something instead of it collecting dust. I don't know. Let's see what we find out. Let's see if I have to eat my words. Clothing wise, I also found some things that were on my list, and this is the one I'm most excited about. This stainless steel bracelet. I also looked at the brand, looked it up online. It's €100 and I paid around $4. I really love a good chunky chain like this. It's really, really nice. It goes very well with a lot of my other stuff. I also found 2 belts, which was also on my list, so yippee. The first one I got is like this gold fabric belt that I need to iron. It has a plastic bag, so I'll need to iron it very carefully. And the other one is a more basic grey belt. And lastly, a thing from my no-buy list was shoes. I put it on there because I don't need any more, but I found some that I just needed to try, and they fit me so snugly. They're so comfortable, and I can see me wearing these for festivals when I don't want to tie my Doc Martens and I just want to throw something on. So I got these. I think I paid €10 for these. It's also very comfortable around the ankles, and yeah, we're very excited that we got these as well. So I'm happy. I'm also excited to show you the other thrift haul that I did a few weeks ago. That's coming up as well, but very happy. I need to find ways to integrate all of this into my home now. So I know for a fact that unless I do this now, I am just not going to do it. So we're going to remove this picture and replace it with something of my own making, and for that I have a trusty decades old IKEA set here. Whenever I see frames, the first thing I look for is, of course, if it looks nice, if it fits with my vibe. And the second thing I look for is what it looks like on the back. Is it something that's easy to change up and fix, or is it glued shut? Sometimes the pictures are glued shut in a way that it's just gonna be very shitty if you're trying to take it apart. And that's kind of a deal breaker for me. They're really screwed on tight. Okay, and then the important thing is to remember what you did to put the frame back together. But I think we'll be fine. I also have the game tape, so either way, I think we'll be good. Remove these inside. I have a feeling that this is gonna be one of those things that I think will be fast and swift, and it just really won't be. Okay, no, we're good, we're good. Woo! Okay! Took the frame apart. Will I regret this? We'll find out. Oh, and see, this is my favorite part of it. This poster advertises an art show from 1993, which is a year before I was born. So, we're gonna find out what actually goes in the frame, and I have some options. So I have this one. I just really don't want to cut it. I also did a lot of snakes We have that one. Oh yeah, look at these ones. They're really nice. I think this was actually a commission piece. I would love to use this because I love this and I love the paper. I do love this though. Yeah, okay, so the shark with the cowboy hat owns me. I would have to cut it, so we have to think in these directions. And this is not looking too great. So any guesses as to when I did this watercolor painting? Because I think it was during lockdown. That could actually be pretty fun to do. I'm gonna put it in here. Okay, this could also be fun. 1 second. These small martini glasses, that could also be really, really nice. I think I did this for my friend though, so if I frame it, I'll have to give her the frame. I don't really want to do that. I did this huge spider and I love it, but it's just way too big. Okay, this could be cool. 1 second. It's very minimalistic, so bear with me here. I don't think that's typically my style, but how fun would this be? I really like the butterfly. We have the barbed wire. We have the big boobs. There's also something on it that's not completely finished. I think for the time being, it was in here. I'll cut out the face mask and we'll put that into it, and then I can always change it if I find something that works better. I haven't done watercolor in ages though, which is perhaps something I need to take up again. So my camera ran out of battery when I was fixing the frame. What I ended up doing, by the way, I am obsessed. I really liked the rough edges on some of the other drawings, so I sort of mimicked that. Obviously then, because I did that, the drawing was all of a sudden too small. So I added a second layer of paper underneath, but I really, really loved the edges where it connects to the notebook. It adds something extra to the painting and I think it's very interesting for the eye. So we're gonna hang this now. When I have to move out of this apartment at some point, and mind you, it's not in the near future, but the thought has occurred to me that this apartment, when you take all the pictures down, it's gonna look like Swiss cheese because it has holes everywhere. Future getters problem, that is what I always say. Now I think it could be really great to hang the picture right there. And we're gonna do it in a very precise scientific way and not at all just half-assing our way through this picture wall in my apartment. So we got it. I'm so happy that there's a plant in the way. Where the nail will be, sort of basically in the middle. Probably there. Yeah, probably there. When you say probably and then something, good stuff always happens. Okay, moment of truth. I would say that's pretty damn successful. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green zero waste content and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!